Maori arrived in New Zealand in several waves of canoe voyages between 1250 and 1300. During the 19th century, New Zealand changes from a wholly Maori-occupied country to one dominated by European settlers who introduced their culture and so-called political prowess. From the late 18th century and into the first few decades of the 19th century, the New Zealand coastline was targeted by many sealers working on ships out of Sydney. Sealers were dropped off on the coast and outlying islands and left there sometimes for lengthy periods of time with few supplies and provisions. One of these, Codfish Island, Whenua, lies at the bottom of New Zealand's South Island to the northwest of Stewart Island and about 54 kilometres from Riverton on the South Island mainland. According to Ngāi oral history, the name Whenua, meaning new land, came about because the local chief, Haunikai, declared Codfish Island as the place sealers and their Maori wives could stay under protection, accordingly making it the new land and the first European settlement in the South Island of New Zealand. This oral history is only supported by the fact that between 1823 and 1850, a fairly substantial settlement occupied by about 33 European sealers and at least 24 Maori wives and more than 40 children between them existed there at Sealers Bay. The Codfish Island settlement continued to depend to a large extent on sealing, the skins purchased from the island's inhabitants by passing ships. By all accounts, the settlement had a short history of approximately 25 years. By the 1840s, few seals remained on Fovo Strait shores. Codfish Island's inhabitants moved on to other extractive industries such as shore-based whaling, timber milling and later agriculture. Nationally, Codfish Island, Whenua, is highly significant on two counts. This was the country's first integrated Maori and European settlement, where the intermarriage of these two peoples took place, leading to new hybridised community. The brief nature of the Sealers Bay settlement also meant that human impact on the island was limited. Secondly, it has been cited as a place with international significance in wildlife conservation and with internationally outstanding natural values. The work of the Department of Conservation in developing eradication programs, the creation of predator-free island sanctuaries, and the transfer of threatened species leads the world in this field. For Ngāi Maori today, many can trace their whakapapa as descendants of the early unions between Ngāi women and European sealers.